This is genuinely how to quit porn as fast as possible, okay? First mistake everyone makes is they rush. Everyone rushes, they want to quit porn in 2 weeks, despite being addicted for 6 years, and they get 2 days in. They relapse because they're still addicted to porn. They feel so guilty about it that they relapse again. They figured, oh, I've done it twice now, the day's ruined. Let's be real. I'll do it 6 times today. I'll eat some pizza, I'll play some video games, and I'll start again tomorrow. I'll start, tomorrow can be the new Monday. That's when I'll quit porn. Today's a write-off because I've already failed, but it's fine. I don't need to feel guilty now because today's Sunday, whatever. Cool. Start again tomorrow. That was me. Over nearly 200 times I did that. 200. I started watching porn when I was 13, okay? Quit when I was 19, which is younger than what? Everyone. I mean, if you can find another 19-year-old who had a 6-year addiction, who was still addicted, wanting to watch it every single second of the day, but quit, then fair enough to them. But what? I'm in the 1% of the youngest people who've ever quit porn. And it's because I stopped rushing. You always see the people who rush, never get the results. I'm sure you've got a fat family member. New Year's comes and they're like, right, I'm losing this belly. Oh, cool. You're gonna, go on a bit of a diet. I'm gonna cut out all the sugar. I'm gonna eat the cleanest, unprocessed foods ever. And I'm gonna get a 6-pack in a month. This is stupid when people say that. You've been eating sugar for 40 years, 4 decades. You're not just going to suddenly cut it out, right? Maybe get rid of one unhealthy meal, swap it for a healthy meal, and keep the rest of the shit. Because then you'll stick with it and not give up, and not eat a slice of cake 2 days in. Feel so guilty that you eat the whole cake. Stop rushing. So, I was rushing, by the way. I made the same mistake, like I said. So I thought logically, at the peak of my addiction, I was watching porn twice a day. So that's, 14 times in a week. Instead of being a dickhead and going to 0 times, which would be rushing, I just figured, right, I watched it 14 times this week. Next week, why not watch it 12 times? It's less. That's fine. It's progress. It's a bit closer to quitting porn. People look at it and be like, oh, you can't watch porn 12 times in a week. That's terrible for you. Well, yeah, I can. If I watched it 14 times last week, it's just logical, right? Then 10 the week after that, then 7. And I wasn't autistically thinking, I need to go down the same amount each and every week. I just went down a bit each and every week. Just a bit, right? Not too much, so my brain got depressed and shit. Just a bit. And within a couple months, this addiction I had for 6 years that caused me to watch it twice a day, every single night before bed, I needed it. In the space of 2 months, watching it less and not rushing, I was watching it once a week. And it wasn't even that exciting. It just gets boring, okay? Simply by watching it less. It works so well. It's the best way to quit porn on the planet because you can still watch porn, just slightly less. You're not going to be depressed. I mean, if you've been on a diet and you've told yourself, right, you are never having sugar ever again, you're going to be sad. The motivation's there for half an hour or a day. But then after that, you're like, I love sugar. It's the reason I've got so fat. But I need it, okay? So you miss it so much, you crave it, you give in, and you're like, okay, I might never get this again. This is what our brain's thinking. We might never get this again because we just decided to quit. So I'm going to just, eat the whole cake. I'll eat 2, right? The same thing happens with porn, so stop rushing. You can still watch porn. You're getting benefits each week because the less you watch porn, the more benefits you get. It's pretty simple. Most people like to overcomplicate it and say, you need to go 100 days without porn, without even looking at porn to experience any benefits. Load of shit. Do you have to have a perfect diet for 100 days to lose fat? Obviously not. Just watch porn less and you'll be more confident, less anxious, more eye contact ability, whatever benefits you want that comes from porn, it happens. Week by week you'll notice it. Whilst you're still watching porn, just less. And finally, like I mentioned before, you're making progress towards quitting porn each and every week, which feels great. Okay? You've been on NoFap, where you quit porn cold turkey, you get 1 step forward and 3 steps back every time. And it feels shit. You're like, I'm trying to quit porn, but it's not working. Okay? With this, you're still watching porn and getting benefits and making progress towards quitting. It feels great. It's not hard. It's not easy. It's very, very simple. That's the best and fastest, whatever word you want to use, way to quit porn. That's how I did it at 19. That's how you need to do it, no matter what age you are. One more tip I'll give you is change your identity. Currently, right? By the way, if you want more of these autistically smart secrets, whatever you want to call it, ways to quit porn from someone who quit at 19, link below. There's no pressure. It's very cheap at the moment. That's why I'm telling you. You can check out the course. Now, change your identity. Currently, you've been watching porn for years, most likely. 6 years when I quit, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. Okay? So you've got the identity of a porn watcher. Obviously, you've been watching it for so long. Imagine someone who's been vegan for 20 years, their identity would be a vegan, obviously. If you gave them a plate of steak, they wouldn't be like, oh, fair enough, and won't think anything of it. They'd be like, what the fuck is this shit? If they got a plate of, grass, they'd be like, oh, great. But that's their identity, and that's your identity. That is one of the reasons you can't quit porn, because you see yourself as a porn watcher. Now you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I am. What do you want me to think? Well, that's the problem. When you get an urge or the desire to watch porn, right, you're just like, oh, well, this is what I do. Whenever I get an urge, I watch porn. If I get a desire to watch porn and jack off like a loser, I do it. Okay, but that's the problem. Someone who's never watched porn before, right, put yourself in their brain. If they somehow got an urge to watch porn one day, they're 22, they've never even watched porn. If they got an urge to watch it, it'll be weird for them to watch it. In their brain, they would be thinking, well, I'm 22, I've never even watched it. Why would I do it? I feel a bit anxious, I'm not even going to watch it. But for you, it'll be like, well, if I get the urge to watch porn, I usually do it, so I'm going to do it. Complete opposites. What you can do is take his brain and put it in yours. How do you do this? By changing your identity. Instead of saying, I'm a porn watching loser who struggles with everything, I hate my life because porn's disgusting and shit, and I feel like a weirdo all the time. Maybe you're not saying that consciously, but that's what your brain's thinking. And instead of saying, I'm trying to quit porn, this and that, tell your brain, I've not watched porn in years because it's boring, it's gay, it's weird, it's cringy, it's for losers, this and that. Tell yourself that. You don't watch it in years, you've quit, it's not even exciting anymore. You do not find it enjoyable. Now, this is not an overnight fix, but if you do this over the next few weeks, your brain will eventually just accept the information. You're going to tell it porn is shit and boring over and over again. So many times, your brain's going to get fed up and be like, right, he said it so much, it must be true. It must be true, right? Or else why is he saying this shit to me all the time? So your brain will catch up. It's not an overnight fix, but your brain will catch up and you'll be the guy who does not watch porn. Even if you watched it a day ago, your brain will be like, we don't watch it now because it's updated. Even if you watched it 6 times today, then this is the point your brain updates. It forgets about this shit. You don't want to watch porn from this point, and it's easier for you to resist the urge and to watch it. Now, you may be thinking, well, it's going to take ages, it's boring, whatever. This is just going to give you a boost to quitting porn. It'll make it easier, and the time is going to pass anyway. That's what I say. Time's going to pass anyway, so you might as well do it. It's not difficult, and it's just cool. Like, you're brainwashing yourself to do something good. It's pretty wicked, right? When you wake up feeling like that, you'll be like, okay, it actually worked. Cool. I'll give you one story to, encapsulate what I just said. Imagine 2 guys. They are both alcoholics. They drink all the time. But they're trying to quit. They both go to a party. The first guy gets offered a drink. And he says, sorry, I'm trying to quit drinking. Fair enough. Second guy gets offered a drink. He says, sorry, I don't drink. It's a lie. He drank the day before. But I don't drink. He does not get pestered for the rest of the night. No one does, because he said he don't drink. Why would they pester him? He's religious, don't like drinking, whatever. Why would they pester him? The first dude, he says he's trying to quit. He gets offered a drink 10 minutes later. Drink, stop being a pussy, what are you doing? Stop being boring, what's wrong with you? Why'd you come? He gets the most drunk out of everyone that night, because he was the guy who's trying to quit. He wasn't the guy who's already quit. Hope this helped. If it did, please subscribe. Link below if you need my help. Goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but under this video is my paid porn quitting secrets course. It just helps you quit porn faster, supports me, so once you feel like you trust me enough, you can check it out. There's a massive discount going on right now, so if you're interested, I'd do it now. And once you buy it, by the way, I'm going to give you a free bonus section which teaches you how to speak to girls, which becomes a lot easier when you quit porn.